for this area here, we need a little divider. I think it's going to come up about 5 inches or so, and then go all the way to the back, secure to the wall, and secure to here, and then that will hold the HDPE like this. So it'll be just a little nubbin, something like that here, and then we'll have another piece of that HDPE rail right on this side, and then the drawer will fit in. So before we measure the drawer out, I want to get this piece installed so that I can measure off of that structure actually being there versus just writing down numbers of hypothetical measurements. Solid. Now to measure out the drawer. All right, there's the drawer plans right there. Now we just need to cut all those pieces and start putting together the drawer. Yeah, look at that. Got it. Snappy. Only took me about an hour. Nice. All right, so that went real well. Very happy about that. Whew, it's bright out here. Looks like you fit real nice in there. We'll keep you in there for a little while. Time to make breakfast. So I haven't put the rails on, the HDPE rails on here yet, but the drawer fits perfectly all the way to the back. Lines up nice and flush to the front, and it's cute like the other ones. What do you think?
Cute.
What are you up to?
I just started making breakfast. I'll show you my painting. This is how far I got.
Whoa, look at that. That looks cool. Is that holly berries?
Yeah, the little berries are pretty challenging.
Oh, they look so good.
But I'm practicing, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
So this will be December, and then I'm done. And Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad.
Looks like Erin's got some potatoes going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some of the bacon going. We got some stuff from Metzger, which is delicious.
Yeah.
We'll get that chopped up, and we'll make some tacos or something. We're making tacos, or what are we doing?
Kinda.
Kind of a scramble?
Yeah.
How have you been liking the kitchen?
Oh my gosh, I love the kitchen.
Yeah?
I love the kitchen so much. So, yeah.
You look real nice in the kitchen.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah. Got your big old chef knife there.
Yeah.
So typically when we're cooking, we've been turning on the exhaust fan here, because if you've noticed, we don't have a dedicated exhaust fan. And I do have to say that when we're like boiling water and you can actually see the steam, with this off, the steam just kind of collects in the window up here and it condensates on that. That's normal, that happens because of steam. However, as soon as we turn this on, you can actually see the steam start leaving the window, and you see the steam divert from the pot up into the exhaust mode, because we've got it set to exhaust out. So I think that's gonna work really good. If we ever do need a dedicated hood or downdraft or something, we could always blow a hole through the wall over here and put one right here or something like that. But I don't think it's gonna be necessary, because I think it's been working pretty nice.
I want to show you guys something. So when you go into the pantry and you pull out a potato, they're cooler than room temperature.
Whoa.
How neat is that?
So it's like we've got a vertical cold shelf.
Like the acorn squash in the back is actually cooler. How cool is that?
Look at that acorn squash.
We've been finding this with the inside of all of our drawers and stuff, that if you put your hand into the back of the drawers, they are cooler. So it's actually really awesome. And even under the bed is way cooler than anywhere else, which I mean makes sense because there are shaded areas, but I thought because the bus is hot that it would be like holding heat. It's not. In the dark spaces, it's actually holding cold. So we're gonna end up putting our buckets with all the food probably under the bed, or at least the heat sensitive stuff.
Oh, that smells so good. Can you smell it? Bacon.
are going to make a little breakfast, baby. We've got a nice, really nice kiwi and the nectarines right now. Woo! They're so good. This is a little, I don't know, what'd you call it? A sparkly apple cider bomb. Breakfast Balm. Well, I don't know what you call it. It's delicious. We'll show you how we make it.
Sparkly breakfast bevy.
Yeah, sparkly breakfast bevy. At some point in time, we will start smashing recipes out and putting them up. Because I don't know if you know this, but one of our favorite things to do is cook and eat really good food.
Real good.
I could honestly cook all day.
Look how tender that is.
Oh, these are crazy. And this knife is so good. It's like this knife was made for this.
Yeah, look at that sweet skills there. Nice roll, rotate, push off with the thumb.
Bam!
And then into the refuse pile. This is about halfway done here. We want the potatoes to be nice and soft, and then we'll add the vegetables to it.
Smells so good.
Yeah. I'm cooking it on 700 watts, which is about medium heat because this goes up to 1800 watts. And that seems to do really well when trying to soften potatoes with the bacon. That way neither of them burn. We'll put this back on to help hold in that heat. Induction cooktop, y'all. Love it. Shots in the morning.
Yeah. Lamb's going in.
All right, y'all. We got a soda stream. Look at this.
I was like, I don't like bubbly drinks. Now I'm like, I love bubbly drinks.
Whew, it's done. There you go.
I'm gonna make some more ice. It's hot out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, veggies are going in.
Veggies are next.
We like to keep the cheese on the side. Woo!
Doing all right.
The reason we like these cutting boards is because they do fold. They last, these cutting boards last forever. We've been traveling with these for years. Well, I guess the whole time we've been together, Brian and I have been traveling with these cutting boards, so like 5 years. And they're fun because they fold, they're low profile. We fit them all right in this little spot. Like, how awesome is that? They take up no space. So, yeah, we keep them. We don't love plastic stuff, but we do love these. And what I like to do is wet a paper towel, squeeze out all the moisture, and put it under the cutting board. I'll show you that in a different video.
Salud.
Salud.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love that.
That is really good. And the nectarines in there, you can really taste that mixed with the kiwi. Oh, and then
cider.
the lime. That's, yeah, the apple cider vinegar is really good.
Fresh. It's fresh.
A little sparkly.
We're not really drinking cocktails, so having this is
Excellent.
like a breakfast cocktail. I look forward to it every day.
And it's refreshing.
Yeah. David Dubine.
Dep 2030.
Dep 2030.
Mini
Patreon. Mini Ice Age Conversations. Awesome. Awesome human.
Yeah.
Shit's getting real in the world, friends.
Yeah.
And we're getting pretty serious about our preps. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
David Dubine is a genius. And if you're getting serious about preps, you should probably check him out. His Patreon is full of nuggets.
We love it.
Of nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're prepping hard, kids.
I gotta tell you folks, this is off-grid cooking. We're on solar power. We have got sun hitting the solar panels. We've got our battery bank from Balm batteries. The induction cooktop, all of our electronics are all running 100% on solar energy. So Balm batteries made it possible for us to go off-grid like this with their Victron components, charge controller, inverter. So the inverter is powering the induction cooktop, the fans that you hear in the background, the toaster oven,
Fan, toaster,
and it is doing great.
We have to be a little bit careful. I usually like to bang out dishes while we're cooking, but it's not always possible to use the hot water. We have, like, especially if we have the toaster oven and the induction on. If we just have one burner on the induction, we can go ahead and do dishes, especially with hot water, but we like to be really careful not to use the hot water when we have the induction and the toaster on. So it's just something to get used to, a little something new, but it's not really a hassle. I mean, we have all day to do dishes. So.
Yeah, and the reason for that is if the water heater turns on, it's an electric water heater, a 7-gallon water heater. It consumes about 1,500 to 1,600 watts. The inverter is a 3,000 watt inverter. It'll put us above the 3,000, and that's not really sustainable. But for this inverter, it's a running 2,400, and doing the induction cooktop and the toaster oven together works great.
And though the induction and the toaster oven are kind of energy hogs, we do love them because they don't put off a lot of steam or anything inside the bus. They're or heat. Is it heat? They don't make the bus really hot in here.
Like propane would.
Where propane can make the space kind of hot and humid, and some of our friends living in schoolies using propane, though they love having a gas stove and the cooking is so nice on them, and I am a little jelly, they have complained a little bit about a lot of moisture in the air. Oh,
look at that.
Bones. Yeah.
That is coming along nice. Almost ready.
Thanks, sweetie.
Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Looks great.
Yeah, it does. All right.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna start with my side item.
First board's going up on the whole wall.
Nice. You know what? I might do a few here also.
Oh my gosh, these brad nails are so much easier than screws. Dirty old brad nailer.
Brad nailer.
You like that guy?
Yeah, it's a headless brad nailer. That just means it doesn't have a head on it. It's just a little pin. Designed to hold the wood in place while the glue dries.
The wall is coming along great. Kind of slow, but great. This is turned into the drops wall. So we've been using a whole bunch of drops that we had from our palettes, and we're really just puzzle piecing the thing together. So there's a bit of a rhyme and reason. The idea is that we have them as staggered as possible. There are some kind of like blocks where you get a straight line, but for the most part, we're kind of keeping it staggered. We're doing different thicknesses of boards, and it's turning out really good. Yesterday was a bit of a slow start on the project. We both had different ideas of what this wall was going to be, but now we're totally on the same page and we've made a bit of a game of it. So we'll each measure a piece of where we want to put it, and then it's our responsibility to cut and sand and prepare that piece so that it fits in perfectly. Thank you. He just turned off all the fans, so it's gonna get hot as Haiti in here. But yeah.
But the sound quality will get better.
The sound quality will be better. So I apologize if the sound was crap or has been crap, but it is really hot out. So yeah, so the wall's coming along great. What do you think, Bri?
Oh, I think it's great. There was a fly around here and I was chasing it down. My kill count's been pretty high, not gonna lie. But I think that I need to shorten the handle on this because I find I'm more accurate with a little bit shorter handle, and it's I break less shit. Because this is like a little wieldy. It's like, oh, I'm gonna reach you over there.
He's already long. He doesn't need a long stick.
Exactly. Versus when I hold it like this, I seem to have like a really good like snap on that.
And you don't want to get hit in the junk accidentally because your handle's too long.
Yeah. Oh! So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the distance on this, cut it in half, and then make another one. Yeah. So if you're wanting a fly swatter like this, drop a comment and let us know, because I could probably make you one.
Yeah.
And send it to you.
Done the build.
Yeah, which is going to be, by the time you watch this, we're done with the build.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. We have 6 days. Hold on. Today is the 24th. Oh my gosh. From today, it's officially a week.
1 week. All right, turn the fans back on.
Last piece. Nice.
Yeah, I think it'll work.
Yeah, smash
Yeah, let's just smash it. That's how the tip gets all nasty.
We probably should have filmed more of this, hey?
We got a whole curve to go. I think it's there, huh?
Yeah.
Does it look there on that side?
Yep.
All right, I'll just probably doesn't need these, but there you go. Wall. It's time to eat.
Hey! Whoa, guys, it's been crazy. We've got a lot done on this wall, and we haven't really shown you much because it's a lot of math and calculating and running back and forth between the bus and the barn. So I'm gonna give you a quick little overview of how we're putting together this wall, and then I gotta get back to it. We have like 4 days or something like that left with the barn, and one of those days we're doing a Fam Jam open bus. So we gotta get to work. All right, so Brian put a whole bunch of studs in here for me, just added some extra attachment points because we need them for all the various sizes of pallet board drops that we have to work with. So the first thing we do, there he is.
Hey.
He's on the crunch or
Oh
what?
my gosh, it's going nuts.
Why aren't we filming?
We've been just going non-stop, y'all. This wall's been kind of crazy. It's looking amazing, but we were having to divide and conquer, so Aaron's all set up in here for the wall. I'm working on some doors in the kitchen, and we'll frame out some doors and all sorts of craziness. Sorry we haven't been filming much, y'all. It's coming along, though. It's looking real good.
Okay, back to it.
All right.
Alright, so this is what I do, what we've been doing. So usually I measure an approximate height for a piece and you try to get it on the furring strip. So if I want this next piece here to be kind of short, like this one. I don't want everything to create like a line. let's call this piece 10 inches high. And then to keep it within that furring strip, let's go about a 10 by 2. Oh, look at this guy!
Here are the doors that I'm working on. I just got the hinges put on right here. They're the same soft close hinges that are on these guys here. So whenever you close it, it does that little soft close action. So they are, here, I'll set it here so you can kind of have a look. I'm pulling stuff out of the cabinet right now. So basically these will sit right here inside like this and be flush. And then I did a little jiggaroony, kind of like the handle here, but the door's cut in half, so it's got kind of like a half pull on each side.
Love it, looks so good.
So I'm getting the hinges, the inside portion of the hinge placed, which is this bracket here. So I'm just measuring from here to there and then placing my spacer block here just because we're using thin plywood, 1/2 inch. Strong enough for doors and cabinets and stuff. It's just I'm using 1-inch screws, so you need a little extra spacers.
All right, so here's the walk. There's 40 feet. Kind of 40 feet twice. Now we look at the wood. All right. So now I'm looking for something that's kind of 10 by 2-ish. This might, well, this is definitely 10. What do we got here for width? 2 3/8. 2 3/8. Yep, let's call that good. All right, now we're gonna take it over to the table saw and get it ready. The measurements are only really an approximate in some places, not all the places, especially when it kind of turns into a puzzle and you're filling in a hole. But when you have a space that has an opening on this part beside it, you have a little more leeway to play with widths of boards and stuff like that, as long as it's roughly the right size. And you'll see what I mean when I take you back in. So we said about 10. All right, let's go sand. I just softened the edges a little bit so there's no slivery bits to get caught on when you walk by. To the bus. All right, so here's the circuit. It's a lot of walking. When it's been cloudy on and off through the day, it doesn't really make sense for us to bring all the tools. Plus we're using like 4 tools at time. Sometimes we're using the chop saw, sometimes we're using the table saw, thanks babe. Sometimes we're always using the sander, so it's a lot. Take this, put it into position, see which direction it fits the best. I think that's the winner. I'm going to draw a line around it, pull it off, take the glue, gob some glue on there. Ugh. Put that on there. There's the nail gun.
That's just holding up the piece while, because I'm going to use 1-inch screws. It's 1/2 inch ply, so it'll go through, and I think it'll work really, really good. So those are set. So now I just put these in. I mark the verticals and then drive a screw in the middle and call it good.
He is done, and now I will steal this for the next task. Alright, so now we got this in nice and tight. Hit that bottom corner first because we want it to start wrapping around the curve. Boom! Now, I've got like 100 more of those. Let's go.
look at those. Pretty cool, huh, y'all? So I ended up putting this little kick down here in the bottom. It's a little 3/4 inch high piece. I just Craig jigged, pocket hole screwed it in, and that allows the doors when they close to have something to rest against. So to touch whenever they close. What that also does is it will also prevent a little trip for any boxes or whatever while we're driving. They can hit that and won't force the doors open. We might get a latch or something for the door also, maybe to connect them here or something, or even a drop latch or something. I don't know. We haven't figured that out yet. We're decided what we want to do, but that looks good. Goes great with this drawer. Handle wise, it's not verathinged yet, which is why it kind of looks like it's two tones. So it's coming along. All right, next up, I think I am tackling this corner one to start getting a rooney set up for that. Put in a little vertical piece here and get that figured out.
Yeah, shelf. It's gonna be nice to have a shelf in there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Damn. It's slow going, guys, but I'm getting somewhere. It's looking really cool.
Oh, hi. Was I asleep?
Copper.
Show my copper pipe.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm measuring this area and contemplating the strength of this copper pipe. Well, it's gonna go across here and it bends pretty easily, but it really depends on how...
That door's not that heavy.
It really depends on how heavy the door is, but the weight's distributed. I foresee a sag happening here, so I was thinking, well, what if there was a middle block and one of the eyelets is on one side of the block and the other's on the other, so that it can still slide and then it touches the block.
Ooh,
so it's got 3 blocks. And basically on my little drawing there would, not to scale by the way, there would just be another block somewhere in here which would end up being the middle area, because this is 22 inches by 41. So that would help reduce the sag in the middle. So I'm going to try it without that first and see if it can hold it. But I'm going to make the door first and then work with the copper. I was just seeing.
Cool. We'll get an idea of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, huh? Yeah? Cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
11 and 3/4. And let's try to make it to the furring strip. 2 3/4. Nice, easy one. Nothing like having your head beside the composting toilet when you need to change it. Boom. Sweet. Put a lot in that one because it's kind of on a wibble wobbly spot, but it's tough as heck, so.